So, ladies and gentlemen, this week we will begin the Ascendant series. So, I will discuss each Ascendant or the Lagna in each of my videos separately. So, make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure that you see all my videos to get a 360-degree perspective on the Rashis in the Ascendant. Now, Ascendant in Lagna is considered a very important placement because that determines exactly who you are. It determines your personality, your body type, any sort of behavioral characteristics, any sort of weaknesses which can happen to you in your life, which is what astrology is about, is making you aware of your weaknesses, and so that you can address them at the right time, so as to make life more fulfilling. So we will start with the Aries sign. So Aries, or Mesh Rashi as they call it in Hindi, so that belongs to Mars, and it is the first sign in the zodiac pantheon of astrological ascendants. So here is what Aries people can expect in their lives as such. So just take out an app of your choice, enter all your birth details if you know. If in the first house, if you are referring to a North Indian diamond chart, in the center at the top, if you find that it is written 1, then please remember that you are a Aries ascendant. Okay, the 1 and 2 and all the figures in the boxes refer to the signs. The houses never change, they are fixed in order, but the signs in it can change according to the ascendant. Okay, so Aries ascendant is ruled by Mars, extremely assertive in their nature. Mars is pure energy as such. Mars in Vedic astrology is defined as the Senapati, or the general in the battlefield, who can take charge of any sort of situation when it comes. So Aries ascendant can face a lot of challenges in their life. They have to come to the forefront at several points in their time, notably age 28, when Mars activates in their sign. That is one aspect of it. Another aspect of Aries is that they are extremely short. They can be extremely short tempered, I should say. That quick acting, I should say, to be very precise. Anything which can happen quick, they are on their feet. If you, even if they are sleeping, if you say, hey, let's go somewhere, or hey, let's do this, or there is some problem, take out the car and let's go somewhere, immediately that person will rise and go for it. And extremely responsible people, they are one of the most reliable people when it comes to giving responsibility to people. So if you have got a child in who has this particular ascendant, or a spouse, or any of the parents, note that this will come with that flavor in it. Okay, so continuing on, when Mars is the being the Lagna lord of this particular placement, note that it will also give you some particular physical characteristics also. Mesh Rashi, the animal which is normally associated is the ram, or the male goat, which is being found in the countryside, in rural areas. So notice that that goat has got a very broad forehead with a lot of big horns on it. It can be curved as well, or straight, whichever way it is, and thin legs. So Aries ascendant can have very a very different type of body structure, where the top half is very broad and sort of thin legs. So where Mars is very prominent, or Aries is itself very prominent in the chart, in the Lagna, or the Lagna lord is very prominent, you can see some characteristics: a very broad forehead, very broad top half, and very lean legs. So just check it out nearby if you know someone with this particular ascendant, and see if the rule matches or not. Okay, coming to the next point is that Aries is also a sign where sun gets exalted. Okay, whenever sun, if you got sun in this particular house, or in this particular placement in Aries, make sure that you do follow all the rules and regulations in the life, follow the family tradition, so that all the good blessings of sun, which is your father, government, any sort of top management, government related matters, they all flow very easily. Saturn is debilitated here, because Saturn itself is a very lazy and a very slow planet as such. Although I don't particularly see debilitation as a very negative thing. Saturn itself stands for very hard work. Mars also stands for very hard work. So you can actually make a a good combination if you got Saturn in Aries, which is what Vedic astrologers say कि भाई ये तो नीच का planet हो गया. So the point being here is that make it work for you, and it will make you work actually. Any debilitated planet, if it is in its debilitated state, it will make you work hard for its result. So Saturn being a taskmaster as it is, it will make you very hard working nature. The only thing that the inertia quotient can be quite a difficult phase where you're not able to take the action timely. You will take the action ultimately, but people will be quite dissatisfied as to the rapidness or the speed at which you take an action. So that is one aspect. Aries, if you want to see Aries in action, you can also check other ascendants also. Okay, so you can also see where the Mars is also placed. So Mars can be suppose for any ascendant from Aries to Pisces, wherever Mars is being is there in your chart, that particular house will have that particular characteristics of Aries. That you can say a virtual Rashi which is created, because Aries Lord is Mars itself. Okay, so if Aries is in your second house, that belongs to your immediate family. So someone in your immediate family will have these characteristics which I told you. If it is in the third house, then your younger brother or younger sister can have this particular characteristics. If it is in the fourth house, which is considered a Mangal dosh or something like that, so mother can also be very dominant and very agile in whatever she does. If it is the fifth house, then your children can be very impactful in your life, extremely fast, extremely lightning speed at which they work, extremely energetic. uh, One of the things which is associated with the Aries also is they are quite impatient. They are not able to wait for any sort of things to happen. वो बोलते हैं ना कि भाई they are almost if you are stopping at the red light and it is about to turn green, so chances are the Aries people are the first people to put a foot on the pedal when it turns green and speed away immediately, because they can't wait. So that is a drawback of Aries ascendant, they can't wait. But the good point of this ascendant is that they won't make anyone wait as well. If you are expecting something from Aries ascendant, so probably he or she will get it done beforehand only. Before you say that tomorrow is the deadline, today evening only she will get it done and tell, hey, I have completed the work. You can just check it out, and if you have anything, you just let me know. This sort of thing. If it is in your 6,000s, probably many people at your workplace are very impactful. They are very highly agile. They can be very short tempered. This sort of characteristics can happen. If it is in the seventh house, again Mangal dosh, then your spouse can also be very can have a Martian personality, very strong action taking ability. If it is in the eighth house, your in-laws can have this characteristic. If it is in your ninth house, your father can be dominant in your life, and taking a lot of charge in your life as such. If it is in the 10th house, again someone at your workplace or someone in your father's family can have these characteristics. 11th house, if you have an elder brother, they can have such dominant characteristics, which gels very well, because Mars, if elder brother is having a very strong Mars, then that works very well for the younger sibling as such. 12th house, probably someone in your neighborhood can have a very strong personality as such. So here was a very short and crisp way to see how Aries works. Okay, in this particular placement, now that we are speaking of Aries, I have to mention the Mangal dosha also. So if you are a Aries ascendant and if your Mars is placed in the first house, which is the Aries lagna itself, in Cancer, in Libra, in Scorpio, which is its own sign, and then in Pisces sign, which is the 12th house. So first house, fourth house, seventh house, eighth house, and 12th house, you suffer from Mangal dosha, and it's not at all a bad placement. It's just that you have to take some remedies to make sure that these don't impact you adversely. Okay, in South India, we also take second house also as a Mangal dosha also. You can consider half of the people on this planet are 40-45% are Mangliks only practically. So don't worry too much that it is this one. Maybe in certain cases you may be asked to wear a munga or something like that. Nothing to worry about. It's just that Mars is very strong. You can take a lot of responsibility wherever Mars is being placed in your chart. Okay, you will take responsibility as such. If it is in your lagna, you're a responsible person. If it is in the second house, you will take charge of your family. If it is in the third house, your younger sibling can be of this nature. In the fourth house, you can take charge of whatever matters concern the real estate, or helping your mother in setting her house in order, if that can be. In fifth house is also seen from stock markets, etc. So you can be very good at that. Wherever Mars is being placed, you can be responsible, and it's very difficult to dislodge you from that particular position. Mars gives you an aura of not invincibility, but very strong characteristics, which is difficult to overcome as it is. In the sixth house, you can be very good at and proficient at your work. Seventh house, you can have good sources of daily income. Your spouse can also have this particular good placement. You can have very good promotions as such, provided you keep your anger and short temperedness in check. In the eighth house, you can get sudden gains as such. Okay, this, although it's a very challenging placement, but this can also be overcome. In ninth house, favors from government also it can happen. You can do a lot of uh, you know get a lot of blessings from your father also. That is also indicated. In the 10th house, again, where it is considered exalted, expect some good gains at work, because Mars and Saturn basically tend to work very hard. They tend to be workaholics also. So steer clear of going to the other extreme in this. And 11th house, again, gains from the elder brother as such, or some influential personality, or any sort of people in your network. And 12th house related to your investment. So you tend to be very good at investments, planning, etc. So this the explains the Aries ascendant as such. And let me know if you are able to check out some of the things in this one, and see if you are, even if you are of a different ascendant, it can be a Libra ascendant or a Scorpio ascendant, wherever that one number sign is in your chart, check it out if those characteristics are able to match out with whatever I said, or that relative. Okay, I explained as such. So first house is yourself, second house immediate family where you are born, third house younger siblings, fourth house your mother, fifth house your children, seventh house your spouse, eighth house is your in-laws, ninth house is your father, 10th house can be your workplace, can be your father's side of family as well, and 12th house is somewhere near your locality, neighborhood, immediate vicinity. So check this out. Astrology is totally fun when you are able to see some pattern, or some connecting the dots, if you are able to see over the long term. So it enjoys a lot, and then you are able to remember the rules as well. So let me know if you like what I told you. I will go ahead and make more videos on the other ascendants as well. I've got so much consultation experiences, met so many people, met top-notch astrologers. I have a very different and a very fresh take on astrology as such, and I hope you can join me in this journey ahead. So please like, subscribe, and share my video. If you would like a consultation, please connect with me in on my WhatsApp number, which is 9820 660 997, and I'll be very happy to help you undertake a journey of your life with happiness and fulfillment, and a lot of clarity in life. So thank you very much, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you.